you know, and I've got double collars here and I'm holding still always. Look, my elbows are nice and in and my head is tucked in very close to the body. Don't be out here giving him rotating space to move. Same thing, if I'm over under from here, remember hands on top, that's the one that can go straight to the neck, don't put it underneath. And again, remember the reason he can grab my wrist and it's quite easy for him to pull my hand down as opposed to it being on top. Now I really locked it in with that lower hand and I'm able to attack the neck much more effectively. Okay? We had the chokes, remember rear naked choke, if you want, and you grab your fingers, lock that forearm down the back here, so if he's pulling my arm, I've kind of put a padlock on his back, now I can just squirrel my hands in. If you do get the rear naked, you can have the back of the knuckles into the head here, but either way, get it low enough to put your head over the top. If you're up here, you can grab my fingers and pull it off, okay? Other chokes, remember we're feeding this all the way nice and deep, grabbing this collar. This one pulls to the groin. Don't pull away from them here. This is not a good way to do it, even though you still can possibly get somebody. But keep your head tucked in. My left shoulder, the one that's on top, is going to push into the back of his neck. I'm going to pull this one down toward his groin, and I'm just going to wind this one back. It's very powerful, but not away from them here. Okay, bow and arrow choke, remember we've got this nice and tight here. I'm going to release one hook. I need to go out to the side. I'm underhooking this leg here. This foot is hooking the edge of the thigh like this here. Don't let your elbow raise, keep it down. And I'm just going to screw this away. If he's starting to protect my, my throat, I can come over the top. I can lock both ankles here. This is very hard for him, this way. I can trap this arm down if I want, almost have a crucifix. From this position, I can still even come over the top from here and just opt out and go into an armbar. Again, if we're here and I'm under this position here and he starts to slide down, don't fight for the choke, it's going to be very hard. That's the best time for you to just post out from here and again go into the armbar. For the lower grades, remember you're armbarring down toward that lower hip, not here. This way here, again because of the way his arm can twist, he can roll. This way is a little harder in the groin. This way here, if he tries to turn his arm out of there, it's almost impossible. He's in a lot of trouble. Okay? The other one we did was back from here. Maybe he's got hold of my both arms. I can grab this sleeve here behind the neck, and I'm just pushing forward into Ezekiel choke. And that's kind of what we covered. The escapes. Always remember here, the hand that's on top for him is the dangerous one. I can't choke him with this hand, so that's the one he's got to worry about. In this case, if I'm over here like this, he's going to fall to that side, because even if I have my hand on his collar, if he puts weight on my arm, it's hard for me to pull this hand around and get the choke. In that case, he might want to get this lower hook out. He's going to pop out and he starts turning toward me. He can get both hands on my wrist if he likes and pop it out. Sometimes we'll half guard this leg here just to stop me getting mobility. He lifts my hands off and then you're into that part of the game. Last one we did here, escape, is got him here or controlling, and he falls back again on the side. He gets the top hook out. This time he's going to reach over with this elbow, grab my elbow. It's very important you get this tight. He steps over this leg onto his hands and knees, and holding this is to stop me being able to continue on and take his back. Okay? That was it, right? Any others? We forget. So there's a lot there. You've got to try now. The golden rule is don't wait for the next time you say see me to start working on these again. Because all you've got is a bit of an idea of them today. There's no possible way you can know them. Try and remember, get with each other and drill the crap out of them. You've got to do these things hundreds of times if it's going to actually work for you. But this back attack game is a very important one that you understand. You can get a lot of trouble, for the reasons I said. If you've got somebody on your back, you don't have anything. Okay? Any questions? All good? You can cross your feet or just as easily lift a foot up. If they're a little live and a little more aware of what's going on. Hand is always tucked in, but don't leave any room. Obviously, this is only a control position. If you're in a tournament, this is the position you control. You'll still get 4 points for this. but I can't choke him or anything. I can sort of post him back and go for an armbar, but ideally it's a control position, but you need to start somewhere. So get that, just play with it a little bit, and then again it's just a very light warm-up. He just moves around a little bit, I go with him. Second position is over-under. Remember, as I told you earlier, guys, when you go over-under, remember this is the hand that's dangerous to him. So don't put it underneath. As simple as it sounds, so many people will get this grip here. It means if he grabs my hand, he can pull my hand off a lot easier. And it means if I want to choke, I have to go over the top and come over this way. So if I keep it on top, I'm already half there going into the rear naked choke, or it's easy for me to grab a collar and get a choke going. Make sense? So simplistic, but be aware of that. This here, don't turn the back of your wrist. Keep it here. Elbows are always in, and again, my head is in here. So if he rolls with me or goes to the side, I'm just basically going to stick with him. I'm not going to give him any gap. Rather, if I'm out here, he can start to move and turn his shoulders, and that makes it a little difficult for me to control. Got that? You guys are all pretty familiar with those positions, I hope, already. Well, no. No, I shouldn't assume.
Never assume. Not here.
You guys messed Jeff's head up. He looks. That's why he made tonight a costume party and let him ask. So again, here and here. Just get used to keeping that head tucked in. Okay. Here, obviously, my head is going to be this side. I'm just locking you nice. Don't choke the crap out of each other. It's just to warm you up a little bit of drill. Just 30–40%. I can't tell you enough. If you can't control a person in his position, everyone wants to get on to all the fancy finishes. But most of the time, they can't hold somebody, so you're never going to get to your finish, because the guy's always getting out of there. So it's very important to know the position, be able to control them in order to get to your finishes. Okay? Get it. See how I hook his thigh. What I want to avoid is him moving his hips away from me. Okay? So even just having this here gives me a little bit more control. I'm under this leg. And now look, I'm just pulling away from him here. This is probably the most common choke, at least for what we do with Jean-Jacques on the back here. It's very, very strong. There's some variations we'll go into as well. You cannot do it if you grab here and you go out and you fall back with him on top of you. You won't be able to reach that leg. You won't be able to get this foot across. It's a whole different position. So, for me, if I'm doing it, I use this a little bit to help pull him off to the side here. You can grab this, but don't just rely on that. You could, but if he jams his leg straight, it's going to be very hard for you to grip. If I do grab the leg here, it will be, if his leg's a little straighter, I might just do it, just relax that. I might just do it in order to do this if I have to. But see, I cannot get this. Look at me, I'm almost parallel with these shoulders, out to the side. Oops, sorry. What's wrong with you? Why are you struggling? Sorry. I won't do this tight, so Facebook?
Yep.
Very cool. So again, we're here, this foot comes out, this one's across. Look, I'm just basically laying on this shoulder here, hooking this in, and just screw it away from me. Okay, just to drag it off, I can lock that in so he's like in a crucifix. This is also very good for me. What I like to do is just lock my ankles up here though. If I get this here, this is very bad. Now, even more so, sorry. More so, get that on Facebook. I'll have a whole lot of Facebook with, how come they're all purple? Keep that elbow down. See, I'll lock this elbow right against this thigh here. There's no room now for him to possibly get his neck out. He's going to be in trouble. Okay? Just lock him around. But again, you could do it just anyway because his leg is floating. If you can get it over this arm, it also prevents him now getting to that hand with that. Or as I said, if he happened to be trying to control this here, we sometimes try and get this heel in just to be able to dig it off and get it from here. In that case, which we'll play with in here, if I'm having a little trouble with this, I'm going to just release that, go from here, and of course we're into an armbar position. So you can actually play with both those options now. Just get one, get that your partner, just get the hand on here to, give them the mental blueprint of why you're using that heel. Get that arm up, lock it down, continue to choke, cross your ankles, continue to choke, or take the top hand out of the choke if something's going wrong or his chin's up in. Just go over, grab that arm, and post them back and pop into an arm bar. Okay, go please. Now, same sort of deal. Got over, under, this end and top, and I get around to here. A lot of guys now will lock their fingers in here, but as I was saying, sometimes guys get their hands in your neck, it becomes a bit of a tugging game here. Like guys, and I did a seminar with Mario Sperry. I don't really know who Mario Sperry is, but he, real jiu-jitsu legend, Abu Dhabi and MMA. But he likes to do this, and he'll immediately lock that forearm down their back, like this. This means that no matter how hard he pulls on my arm, he's not going anywhere. This is a very powerful, see, I've almost put a lock on it here, as opposed to trying to do this. It's possible to get a finish, even with this expressly locked down. But more than importantly, from here, it's not that difficult for me now to just fish my hands in. With the rear naked, some people are doing it this way, and some are also turning the back of their knuckles in. Main thing is to get it low enough so your head is over the top of your hand. If you go here, instinctively, if the people are used to this, you can reach up over the top and grab my fingers and pull my hand off. If I get to here, remember, if I'm doing this and I do this, if he grabs my wrist, then he can armbar me. So this is a basic way of teaching rear naked, but you won't get away with that with experienced guys. So again, we're back in here, I've got my hooks in, I squirrel it in either back of the knuckles, in from here. When you get this, it's about as important as putting your chest out and putting your shoulders back, it's pinching your elbows together. Don't just leave this arm unaffected. People always concentrate mainly on this. The more I squeeze this in, if you're watching here, the more this arm comes in, look what it does to this forearm. It just shuts the door, so I'm increasing the pressure all the way over on that choke. So we're down from here, in from here. If I now keep my head tucked in, head's tucked down, whether it's knuckles or this, squeeze my elbows together and chest out, okay, it'll be very, very immediate to get that choke on. All right, give that a try, please.